Yo, guys, this your main man Neo with Follow Along with Mazel Bike Road. In the chat, we talking about the Batman. Wait, the Dark Knight. Wait, Morbius.
Yes.
Marvel's Batman, in a sense. With this time he actually drinking blood, just a little bit. All right, so this is gonna be a movie review on Morbius. What we thought about it, what we like about it, what we didn't like about it. You know how it goes, and let us know if you want a more in-depth Easter egg movie review on the movie itself. Just let us know. Comment down below. Let's get it rocking. Let's get it popping. Grab your food, grab your snacks, grab your drinks. Let's get it rocking. All right, you guys. All right. So, first impressions of this movie, guys. Throughout the whole movie, I loved it so much. I loved the movie, but it was some parts that was so cliche. I was just like, why you put this in there? That didn't make sense. To me, it didn't make sense, right? Um, I wish it was done better. I feel like they cut out a lot of great information from the movie, from what the
Yep.
trailer presented itself versus what the movie entails. I'm like, nah, this is way different than what impressions you got from the trailer, which was so dumb because I'm like, okay, he's gonna do this thing, this is gonna happen, but then I'm like, it doesn't work that way. Why is it not working the way that it presented in the trailer, which is so dumb? What's your thoughts on this movie?
Um. So I try to keep an open mind, despite of the critics bashing the living hell out of this movie. What I believe you got like a 17% on Rotten Tomatoes. I try to keep an open mind. You know what? Let me go watch it. Let's see what's all about. And I could say the movie was rushed. It was definitely rushed. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are gonna agree. It felt really rushed. I feel like this movie kind of went straight up on like, okay, boom, this will be Morbius. And throughout the movie, I was just wondering, like, wow, this is going really fast. And I feel like the characters weren't really as fleshed out, you know. Like, yeah, we got these two friends, they've been longtime friends, and that's all we know. They've been good friends for a long time, and so on. And one thing I will admit, the CGI looked a little off to me. I don't know if
It
it was
did.
you. I don't know if you noticed it too,
I
but it
I
looked off.
liked the when it came to Morbius, the CGI for him was great, right? I loved his friend. I was kind of whack. I was like, nah, he don't look as cool as his main buddy, as the main protagonist in the show, in the movie,
Right.
right? And I think the coolest thing I liked the most was when he's moving and you see like the little like wind like effect or whatever on his skin. I
Right.
thought that was really cool. The really coolest thing I like was the sonar and when his ears and
Yeah.
shit, and then like his
Kind of
eyes.
cool.
I thought that was so freaking fire. I thought that was clean. That was real clean. Now in the trailer, right? I don't know if you remember. In the
Yeah.
trailer, he's off into some random island, right? And in the movie, they did the same thing. But in the trailer, I thought, okay, he's gonna do this. Put his hand in there, boom, boom. Cut his
Right.
hand, the bat, da da da. Somehow he get the power or whatever, right? I was like, okay, cool, and he keeps it, right? But in the movie, he's like he does it, but then it didn't work, or something like in the first beginning of the movie. It
Mhm.
didn't really show like, okay, he's put his hand in or whatever, cool.
Yeah.
But then I thought he'd get the power because out in the trailer, he's like he did it, and then it cuts to he's like all swole and looking clean.
Oh
But
yeah, I
now in the
get you.
movie, he's like he does it, nothing happens, and he grabbed the bats and brought them back to the lab to dissect them and stuff, and then made the serum on the boat, and then he took it. But it's only effective when he's drinking blood. He doesn't
Right.
keep it. So if he's not drinking blood or artificial blood, then he loses it and he's gonna die.
Yeah, that's weird.
Which was so dumb
It
to
really
me
is.
because I
It's
feel like
so
the plot was like just ruined at that point because it didn't really show growth. Like, yeah, it was showing him understanding his power. I know he's a
right.
smart guy. I know he's smart, but he was understanding a little
Exactly.
bit too quickly, right? I want
Yeah.
him to do some trial and error type stuff.
Yeah.
But he didn't do that, and it was like, I'm like, okay, cool. And then his friend, uh, he's like, he got the cure, but he only gave it to his friend to save his friend. But his
Yeah.
friend was like, look, I became rich, I became successful, I gave you whatever you wanted. The one time that I need this, you don't want to give it to me. And I thought, come on, bro, give it to your friend. But at the same
Yeah.
time, I'm like, he could have made a different version of it that
Yeah.
without the effect of drinking blood, but just the effect of producing the enzyme that he need to, like, or whatever. But
Yeah.
I feel like they just cut all that idea out. Just like, fuck that. We're gonna make them
Really
both. They're gonna make his best friend his enemy. That was so whack. That was so whack. That's so.
Yeah, it was. I didn't know who the main villain was gonna be. I didn't even know we are gonna have one. I mean, they really didn't show in the trailer who the main. I mean, they showed him in the. I mean, they did show him in the trailer, but we didn't know what he was gonna be. I will admit it was a little weird, like in that scene when he's in jail, he goes visits him, and they leaves his stick behind, showing that okay, he's able to walk. I just want to know when the hell did he take the blood or the serum? Because I know to become like what Morbius did is he injected himself with a serum in order to gain those abilities. So what I don't know is when did Milo, which is the name of the best friend or whatever, get his
That's his
hands on
code
it?
name. That's his code name. Milo's not his real name.
Oh, it's not.
No, they said it in the first part of the movie, man. His name is
Damn.
like Iris or something. He's like,
Oh,
that's his.
wow.
That's his. Because like in the movie, in Morbius, he's like, you the Milo before the last Milo, and before that last Milo. All the
Right,
Milos
I remember.
that he
Yeah,
had friends with died, right?
I
He was the
yeah, I
only
remember.
Milo that was still there. Like that's the new Milo and still living.
Okay, yeah, I remember. Thank you for pointing that out.
Yeah, come
I
on,
don't know
man.
why
Come
I
on,
kind of
man.
forgot about that
Come
part.
on. Talk about him in the chat. People talk about him in the chat.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that. Yeah, no. Damn, I can't believe I missed that. But yeah, I still want to know when he got his hands on it. They never showed when he got it. They never showed us the
I
clip
think
at
he
least of
went
him
back and got
back.
it. I think he went
Yeah,
back and
yeah, but it would
grabbed
be
it.
nice to at least see that he went back to at least get it, and then be like, okay, he went back and he saw the serum. Then we're like, okay, we know he took it. They really didn't show us that. They just showed him in
But
jail.
this what I want to know, right? Why? Because towards this didn't make sense to me. I'm gonna fast forward to the end of the movie, right? At the end of the movie,
Spoilers, those who haven't seen it, just spoilers.
it's gonna be spoilers in this movie. Toward the end of the movie, he drives out to this field, right? And I'm thinking, all right, he found a different method of drinking blood, probably drinking a cow's blood, the cliche
Right,
vampire thing, right? I'm thinking it's gonna be something like that. I'm like, okay, cool. Then that way he don't have to drink human blood. He can just drink
right.
animal's blood, right? And I'm like, if I wish he would have figured that out before he like, okay, the artificial blood not working. I
Yeah,
love drinking human blood, but you didn't even try to drink animal blood, you know.
right.
So I feel like if he would have done that, he probably could have convinced Milo to be like, hey, we don't have to kill people. We can live and just drink animal blood. And that way we will be cured and we'll be good. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
Yeah,
that works. Maybe that don't work. I don't know. But they could have tested it in the movie and been like, nah, this sucks. It's not going to work. You know?
yeah. I see your point on that, but I feel like even if they try to go that route, they're still gonna make the character Milo's character be like, you know what? I don't want to drink animals anymore. I legit want to try human blood, and I feel like maybe then we get to see his shift and change of a villain. Maybe despite him like becoming a villain because Milo didn't get the serum from Morbius.
But was
That can
he
be
a
a
villain?
little there.
I feel like they might portray him as a villain, but I just think he was just upset that Morbius didn't take what he became in consideration to, like, this is your new life, this is what you have to
Right.
do. I feel like if he would have been like, okay, the proper way to do this is just stealing blood from like hospitals and stuff like that,
Yeah.
then that
Yeah.
way
That.
I'm embracing who I am, but at the same time not killing someone. Yes,
Yeah.
taking blood from like this blood that we donated, yeah, that sucked. but at least he ain't killed nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's how I'm
And
looking at it.
one thing in the movie, like, that kind of threw me off, or I didn't understand, is like, why was everybody in the city so nonchalantly, like, not freaked out? Like, why was nobody freaked out about Morbius? Like, there was this actual vampire on the loose. Like, everybody took that like it was like a normal thing. Like, oh, just another everyday
But
vampire on the loose. Yeah, that's
you know
cool. Like,
what's crazy is that I think I saw like a video that someone said that Morbius is set in Peter and Andrew Garfield universe. I don't know if that's true or not, but if it is, then that probably makes sense. They probably heard a lot of crazy shit. They're like, whatever. It's nothing. It's nothing out of the ordinary that we already deal with now. Right? We got a spot. We got a man that's swinging through the air. We got Green Goblin guy over here. You know, we got the Rhino guy. You know, type shit.
Okay,
So
I guess that makes sense. But like, even then, like, okay, compare like those. Despite the Green Goblin, despite the Rhino, they're still kind of human. I haven't seen them kill anybody besides
are you
Gwen
sure?
Stacy.
I think I saw. I think I saw the Goblin drink some blood before. At one point in the movie, he drank some human blood. At one point in the movie. But you know what's crazy? They had brought back the Birdman in this movie.
Vulture, yeah,
The Vulture
They
guy.
brought
I'm gonna
back
call him
Vulture.
Birdman.
Weird.
Birdman.
Birdman. Oh, I know what you got that. I know where you're going with that.
Yeah, right. So he brought him back, and in the movie, I'm like, who is this guy? Who is this guy? Who is this guy? And I'm like, this the Birdman guy, right? And I think Far From Home, he was in it, right? Or Homecoming. I think
it was Homecoming. Yeah, Homecoming. Yeah.
And I'm like, they brought him back, but like, how did he get here? Like, what? I saw the little what's it called? The little
the universe breaking.
Yeah,
the crack.
But why? I'm trying to figure out why he's an important part. Because at the end, they met up, but why did they meet? You know.
I'm guessing this is Sony's way of doing Sinister Six, because we have a Craven solo film coming out as well, with Chameleon also in it. So we're gonna have Vulture, Morbius, Craven the Hunter, maybe perhaps Chameleon, because Craven and Chameleon were actually brothers, so that makes 4. They might have, I don't know, they're planning to add like Scorpion, because I know he was seen in the first film. Scorpion might be in it, and I don't know who's going to be the 6th. But I think that's what they're leading up to. They're leading up to the Sinister Six, which is kind of dumb, because I don't know why they're trying to do this. Sony's kind of butchering it up if you think about it. They're really screwing this up. And it was so weird. It's like, what is Morbius like motivation though? Like, at the end, he just says like, okay, he's interested. He just says interesting, but like, why? Like, what does it benefit you?
Maybe
what does Spider-Man have to benefit you?
Maybe because he might. So look, the Vulture knows Spider-Man, right? Cool.
Right.
Maybe, right? This is my opinion of what I think. People in the chat, don't come after me. But this is what maybe like Morbius not smart enough to figure out how to not drink human blood yet. So maybe because Vulture got alien tech, right? He can make something using it, so that way he don't need to even drink human blood. Right. He can able to make it more stable with he don't need to drink human blood, or maybe find Peter or Venom and feel like maybe he can take part of that symbiote and infuse it where I don't got to drink blood or whatever. Maybe understand the breakdown of that DNA and extract the one piece that doesn't need the blood or whatever. That's just my opinion. If that is true, that'll be fire. That'll be fire. They show that, boy. I'm like, because he did say I am Venom in the movie. I thought that was sweet.
It was. I feel like they're connected in some way. Apparently, they might have done like a quick mention of him in San Francisco, because that's where I think the first Venom took place, in San Francisco. So
but they kind of mentioned that. They cut out the part when he's like, I am Venom, and he's like, I'm just kidding. I'm just Michael Morbius or whatever.
Yeah, I'm just Michael Morbius. That's what I noticed.
They bogus as shit. I'm like, nah,
Yeah, that was bogus, man. I was like,
have.
I really wanted to see that and say that, but whatever. And yeah,
What?
no, but even then, it's like, and another question is like, how the hell did Vulture get his tech back? In this universe, I don't even think Stark existed in this universe. How did he all of a sudden get all of his equipment back? That's like, think about it.
But
He was transferred to a different dimension in a different world.
and he
How
was
the hell
locked
did he
up,
get his
and he
tech?
was locked up. But if he transferred, maybe his friends did too, and maybe they wasn't locked up. So maybe they had the tech, and he got out. Remember, he got out and he was being released because they don't understand who he was, why he was locked up. He was in an empty cell, so it's like, I don't know why you're here. That's weird, but we don't have
Yeah.
any charges against you, so we can't arrest you. So we have to let you go.
Right,
So
right.
maybe he was like, because he kept all his memories. It's not like no data vu when he got transferred.
Yeah.
So maybe his friends that he was with got it, or maybe he. I don't remember Homecoming that well. But maybe he like buried it somewhere, and where he buried it was like where he could find it. I don't know.
I guess that makes
Something like
sense.
that.
I guess that makes sense. And the thing is, I think from the trailer, what they cut off, they actually cut off their first interaction when they first met. For those who remember the trailer, they show like two clips where Adrian Toom just goes like, "What's up, doc?" and the other one's like, "Hey, like, doctor, call me," or some shit, something like that. That they cut those parts of the movie off, and I don't know. This is probably if when they were getting arrested or when he was escaping, because those two were supposed to interact or meet sooner in the movie, but they never did until like the very end, which is confusing. Like,
what did you think about the slow motion in the movie? Do you think it was nice, or do you think it was like, man, it's kind of whack?
Slow motion wise, some parts of the slow motion did well. Other parts were like, no, it didn't work well.
I like the when he was in the hospital and he ran and he that shit was fire.
Oh yeah,
that shit was fire as hell. He was like,
yeah,
and then he was like that bullet came. He was like, what? I'm mad he got arrested. I'm mad he got arrested because how you gonna get arrested? You can fly. You could fly, boy. You could fly. He knew he could fly, but he was too scared to jump.
Really? Are you sure? I don't think he knew he had that ability yet.
Yes, he did. He knew three times. The first time he was in the laboratory. The second time he was up on the roof. The third time he flew was with his friend, and he was in front of that train. It showed him 3 times he took that leap when his friend was running. His friend running so ugly. It was
Matt Smith's run. Yeah,
and
man.
He jumped in front of that train and he was like
and let's be honest here. I think it was Matt Smith who played his friend Milo. Let's be honest, he was having one hell of a time playing this character. He was having so much fun.
I ain't like his suits though.
What's up?
I ain't like his suits. I think he could have found better suits.
Yeah, it was
a bit too big on him.
Yeah, they look big. I thought it was been something a bit more slimmer for his size. I mean, let's be honest, it was just hilarious. I just enjoyed it. He was just having fun with his abilities, like dancing, putting on his shirt.
It's stupid because he killed the only person that ever cared about him, which was the doctor that was taking care of him.
Morbius, you talking about?
No. I ain't talking about no damn Morbius. I'm talking about Doctor, the white dude, the doctor. They all white. The doctor.
The older guy. I don't remember his name well. Like I know it's horrible, but it's like I feel like he wasn't really doing much. He didn't do much.
He did a lot. He kept his ass alive. That's what the fuck he did, right? It doesn't make sense because he killed them, right? He killed them, and it's like because he was upset. And he felt no remorse. He's like, oh, shit, what I done? What did I do? He ain't even care. Right. He just like, you know what? I'm living. But at least he didn't drink his blood. At least he didn't do that.
Right, thank God.
But the girl, so look, I'm watching. So as I'm watching the movie, right? The girl that Michael was in love with bit his lip, right? And it licked the blood. I knew she did that, but I was trying to figure out, did she do it? And then they panned back. And you see her open her eyes, but you also seen before then he bit her And I thought he
Yeah,
drank her
he
blood.
did. He did bite her.
But
Yeah, because I was so confused. I was like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "What the hell just happened? Like, did she bite his lip, or he just bite her because he like had his lust for blood?" I had no idea what happened in that scene.
yeah, she bit him. She
Honestly,
bit him. And and I thought he was meeting up with her at the end of the movie. But I
right?
believe
But they
she's going to
didn't.
be a very important part in the upcoming future films. I believe
If there is
uh,
a future film,
it's going to be on next one. I don't know because the way they was pushing back Morbius was crazy.
it was crazy. I think this movie got pushed back more than the New Mutants and Black Widow.
I think that's
And
why they
once you
stopped it.
push a
Well,
movie back, so
Black
what?
Widow was different though. I think she had like an agent, like her contract was like up in the air, up in fire, or whatever. I think that's why
Yeah,
y'all kept getting pushed back. But for Morbius, I just think they just like, you know what? They probably lost some footage and they didn't want to make it over. I feel like
yeah.
that's maybe probably the reason because there ain't no reason why you cut out all this good stuff that could have been in the movie. This could have been
It could have
it could
fleshed
have
out
been a
the
two
movie.
and a half hour movie if they really wanted it to be.
Yeah, and then like, what did that detective, Tyrese Gibson's character, detective, what did he really contribute? I feel like he didn't do jack
The
shit. He didn't
detective.
do anything much. Like from what I've seen, like he was just there to question him. He locked him up, and he was just
You talking about the Mexican dude? Oh,
no
you
the
said what's
Tyrese Gibson, the
oh
black
oh
detective. Yeah,
I'm the Mexican dude was so funny. The his
he was
partner, I don't know if he's Mexican. His partner was so funny. He said I got holy water. He's like, you got holy water? Yeah, triple blessed. I was like,
triple blast. I'm like, hey, that's us Hispanics. We got bless that.
man,
We got to make sure we bless it.
shit was so. He was getting so scared too, and it was so funny. It was so funny. He just like, you know
Yeah,
what? I knew it was in his brain. He was like, I need a new career change because I can't be
I need a
keep.
new career change. No more.
I can't keep.
And like that's but although that's what I'm saying, like when I told you why was everybody acting like, oh, it was not a big deal, because like Morbius was turning right in front of them. They did not look they showed besides his partner, but they looked like they weren't really scared. They're just looking at this like it's an average dude, like every other criminal. I'm like, bro, why aren't you guys getting scared? I would have kind of gotten up and slowly backed away if I saw this dude kind of tweaking out. I would have
But you
gotten
know the
scared.
difference. I feel like when it comes to like, okay, when it comes to Spider Man, it's like he wear a whole suit. When it comes to the Rhino, is a man in a suit that you can see his face.
Right.
There's some crazy guy with some metal on. Team Green Goblin, his whole his most of his so at first part of his face was covered. Now his whole face is covered. But you still know it was just some crazy crackhead man in a suit.
Right.
And then when it comes to Venom, Venom fully changed, just like Morbius. But it's
Yeah.
more or less like I don't know, because it's not like a separate entity. Like,
Yeah.
you know. But I wish he like I don't know, because when he changed, it's like his whole body changes. Not just one
Yeah.
part. You ever notice that? No, except for like the echo thing, is like his
The
eyes
sonar.
change and his like
Yeah,
ears,
sonar.
but like not just his hands. Like I want like okay, if I want to, some I just want my hand, not my face. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So it's like weird.
Yeah, and that's why I thought the movie was super rushed. Like literally, Sony said, "Okay, we're gonna straight to the point. We're gonna show you who Morbius is." Boom. Like I didn't really take their time. I'm just like, whoa, this movie went by like literally. But before I know, I'm just sitting in my seat. Like that was quick. Like that movie ended really quick. Like me, I actually like my for like rating for it will be legit like a C minus. Like a movie. It's a movie. I was still entertained by it. Don't get me wrong. Like I mean, it had its bad moments, I will admit, don't shake your head at me. Don't shake your head at me. It had its
Yeah.
moments, but like I
You
wouldn't say it
said,
as
see, I
bad
give
as
it
everybody thinks it is.
out of a rating out of 10. I give it a good solid 7.5. So I
Seven
wish they
point
would
five.
have. I wish they would have added a little bit more info.
Yeah.
But guys in the chat, let us know what you thought about the movie, and it was any Easter eggs that you see in the movie
That we missed.
that we missed, or if you want us to cover all the Easter eggs in the movie, or most of them, is the majority of that we can. Comment down below. Let us know. follow us on all our social media. The links is down below. All right. Interact with everything. Let us know how we did on the video. Watch our other videos. Okay. Subscribe. You know what? Do the whole list. It's the whole list. Just boom, boom, boom. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and repeat. Make multiple YouTube channels, and then subscribe to this channel only. This channel, and like it and unlike, like it and unlike. Just like. Just
Just like.
That's all you do. If you liked it, liked it. If you didn't like it anyway. All right. This has been Babble Talk. This has been your main man Neil. This has been
Basil Microbe.
All right, that's what's up. Have a good rest of the day, you guys. See you next time on Babble Talk.
Babble Talk.